to day 2 of IrishFest Atlanta, Virtual Edition 2020. We are going to start out our evening with baking bread. We're going to have Judith McLoughlin from Shamrock and Peach, and she's going to make brown bread. Get on the website, get the recipe, because you're going to want to make that for tomorrow's tea. Also, right after her, we're going to have Grandma Betty, Irish grandmother of IrishFest Atlanta. She's going to make her traditional Irish soda bread. Get on the website, get the recipe, and get ready to make it for tomorrow's Irish tea. Once we finish with our baking, we're going to get started with some music. We're going to welcome Colin Broderick and Patrick Finley for some very traditional Irish music, as well, followed up by our Atlanta Irish dancers, the Burke Connolly teams. They're going to give us some great dancing. Once they're finished, we're going to welcome Celtic Brew. And finally, we'll end our evening with the Irish Brothers for some rousing songs and tunes. Hope you're enjoying IrishFest Atlanta Virtual Edition 2020.
Hello, I'm Judith McLoughlin with the Shamrock and Peach. I'm going to make for you some Irish brown bread, or what we call wheaten bread in County Armagh, where I am from. We begin with the whole wheat flour. This is such an easy bread to make, and this is some all-purpose flour. And then we have some oats, and we have a little bit of baking soda that I'm just going to sieve in. It's here. Then I'm going to just rub in a little bit of butter. So this is one of my favourite breads to make, and by most people in Ireland would choose this over soda bread. The reason is because it's got lots of great fibre in it, and the oats and the whole wheat flour are they're a great start, especially to the day for breakfast. So if anyone that has been to Ireland and stayed overnight in a bed and breakfast or hotel, they will have noticed the brown bread always makes its way to the table, and it's always great with a cup of tea at any time for the afternoon or for what we call 11sies in Ireland, a cup of tea at 11 o'clock. So we like to have tea twice a day, if not 3 times. So it's just rolled in a little bit. My hands are a little bit blurry. So I'm going to add a little bit of buttermilk, and I've actually got an egg as well. Some people don't always put an egg into it. It's not necessary to put an egg, but it does add a lot of lightness to the bread. So I'm going to go ahead and just add in the egg. I'm just going to stir it together just with a knife, and you can also use your hand. When my grandmother made it, she always used her hand and I might be doing that in a minute as well. I'm just going to let this come together. I'm going to add a little bit of honey for sweetness. You can, of course, add sugar, but I think everyone's trying to cut down on the amount of sugar that they, excuse me for the noise. So we're just going to bring this together. Just a little bit of sweetness is great. And it's as simple as that. Can be whipped up in no time at all. My grandmother had a bed and breakfast in Ireland, and she used to make this every morning for her guests. And I grew up on a farm in Ireland, and my mummy would have made it about twice a week. It does keep for about 3 days, which is nice, so it is a little bit of a better shelf life than the traditional Irish soda bread. It really needs to be eaten the day that it's made. So that's come together beautifully. Now some people just pop it straight into the tin, or else you can roll it out a little bit We're going to spray our tin. The spray is awesome because it has flour and fat combined, so it makes it super fast to roll it. I'm going to roll this out just a little bit. With a hat, well, maybe I won't. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use my hands to divide it. It's quite a wet mixture, but it's pretty easy to work with. So I'm just going to basically cut it in half like this, and take our tin, and it just goes in right so easily like that. Hands are always sometimes the best way. And we'll pop this one in here. Divide this out equally. There we go. And then we're going to take our knife and we want to let some air into the bread. So where is my knife gone? Here it is. So literally just take that, and that's going to just allow the air and what we say in Ireland to let the fairies out. So, because the fairies, we always say, can jinx up the bread. So if we do this, this gives them a place to escape to. And then I'm just going to finish this off with a little bit of, I've got some flax seeds, or milled flax flour actually. And, or you can obviously put a few extra oats in it, just or seeds, anything just to give it a nice kind of top. So it's as simple as that. I'm going to pop it in a 425-degree oven, and it's going to bake for about 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get this into the oven.